Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm really excited today because I'm going to talk about 3 new products that I bought recently. And they're 2 e.l.f. primers, one for the eyes, one for the face, and a Pixie by Tina Young palette, which I have never used. I've never used Pixie before, so I'm really excited to try the Pixie out. So let's get cracking. So I've got a bare face apart from my skincare. So let me put my hair back. And what I'm going to start with is, where is it now? My number 7. This is actually a new product as well. Lift and Luminate foundation. Oh no, I can't start with that. Silly me. To start with my primers, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to start with this primer. Let's see what it says on the packet. So it's a matte putty primer. And if I can get it out of the packet. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Right, finally got it out of the packet, and this is it here. Now, let's see. Oh, gosh, honestly. Right, glasses on. Let's try and get this off. Oh, good, sellotape to the nth degree, that's why. Probably quite rightly. Oh, but let's see if we can open it. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now let's see if we can... No. Now it's all sticky. Wait a minute. Oh, it's just not having it. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we finally got in. Actually, do you know what? I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do. I've never really... Well, I've used a primer, but I've used a liquid primer, not one in a pot, which looks like that. So, mattifying, blah-de-blah-de-blah, directions. Apply a thin, even amount to clean, moisturised skin prior to makeup application. Good. Allowed to set for 30 seconds before applying foundation. Okay. So, let me just wipe my hand on a Kleenex before we do anything else, just to make sure I'm nice and clean. Right, so here we... Oh, okay, so that's interesting. It feels... Nothing coming off on my fingers. It feels kind of greasy, I have to say, at first touch. But anyway, let's pop it on. Here we go. So I don't know if you can see. I don't really know what's happening, but it feels nice on the skin. Actually, it doesn't feel greasy on the skin, I have to say. It doesn't feel greasy, so that's all good. Okay. Mattifying, well, who knows? I mean, I like mattifying. I like to have a bit of a glow, but I don't want to be too shiny. I don't think it looks great on me if I'm too glowy or shiny. I won't put any on my eyes because obviously, actually, yeah, I think there is a bit of a glowy. But is it mattifying? Who knows? Hard to tell, really, isn't it? Hard to tell. But anyway, we'll see how the foundation goes over the top. It certainly feels very nice on the skin. Actually, I think it would go quite well with the Fenty Beauty, under the Fenty Beauty foundation that I bought recently. But anyway, we're not using that one today. Right, so we've got the primer on. I'm sorry, I don't know what this pointy finger's doing. In fact, when I was looking back at some of my videos that I've recently made, well, I've only made a few, there's a lot of head to one side and a lot of finger pointing and a lot of looking a bit serious, so I'm trying not to do that because that isn't me. I'm not serious. Well, I am serious when it's required, but I'm not serious all the time. So let's try and be a little bit more light because after all, this is a makeup, beauty, skincare, style channel. It's for fun. Right, now we're going to use the eye primer. Now, how does that feel? That's interesting. It's oh no, that's white. Look, that's completely different from the face primer. So let's pop that on. Oh, it's very white actually, isn't it? Interesting. I presume maybe I put too much on. I don't know if you can see. Oh no, it's fine actually. So there we are. Now what difference that will make, I don't know. I haven't really had a lot of luck with primers in the past, especially eye primers. A few years ago I bought 1 or 2. People said they were amazing. My eyelids are very, very greasy, so I didn't find them much cop. But anyway, we'll see what this is like. It certainly feels nice on the skin. The primer's obviously set now, so let us get another Kleenex. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, there it is. Oh, excuse me. Right, so we've got the primers on. Now we're going to put this, oh, this is my new favourite foundation, or one of my new favourites. Right, let's shake it up. So this is the number 7 Lift and Luminate, and that's it there. I don't think I've ever knowingly used a number 7 product before, so I'm going to put a couple of pumps on. I'm in the shade, oh, I can't see. It's got an SPF 15. I'll link everything down below anyway. I can't remember what the shade is, but that is my colour, if you can see. And let's pop it on. So, oh, excuse me, I seem to have some pigeons cooing in my fireplace. Sorry about that. Anyway, this is London for you. Right, so it goes, yes, so back to the foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. Lately, I've started applying foundations with my hands. I was using, until very recently, actually a sponge, but I've decided that I prefer. God, they are really giving it some go this morning, aren't they? Anyway, I hope you can hear me over the noise of the pigeons cooing. There we go. So, yes, I think this gives a lovely... Now, this does give a lovely glowy finish, I think. So, although I've got the so-called mattifying primer underneath, and it may be mattifying up to a point, but happily not too much because I've got nice glowy... Sorry, I'm pointing my finger again. I don't know where this comes from. I've never been a teacher, but somehow when I look back at my other videos, I seem to, you know, do the head to one side, do the pointy finger. I'm not saying teachers do that, but it can look a bit teacherish. Anyway, I'm digressing as usual. So we'll just ignore the pigeons and we'll carry on. So that's the number 7. Oh, I just got a faint whiff of something. I don't know whether it was the... let's just have a whiff of this. No, it doesn't really smell of anything. Anyway, maybe it's the number 7. No. Anyway, it hasn't got any scent in it because I can't wear anything with scent. Okay, so we've done that. Now the next thing we're going to do is concealer. So at the moment I'm really loving, I've sort of fallen back in love with this Stay Woke concealer. Right, that's the colour, I beg your pardon. It is, oh gosh, I think it's Woma Beauty. It's a female friendly company, a female founder company, sorry, female friendly. Woma Beauty. Anyway, I've started, instead of, it's a doe foot application. And I'm just going to tell you something funny. So when I started watching YouTube videos, and especially makeup videos, and I noticed that everyone was talking about doe foot. What the hell is... I had no idea what they were talking about. I had to Google it. I had no idea. Doe foot. It makes complete sense, but I didn't know that's what it was. Anyway, this has a doe foot applicator. But recently, rather than using the doe foot applicator, I've just been putting a bit on my fingers. Now, you might say, oh, that's not very hygienic. But honestly, I find that it goes on so much better if I do that. Or I find it easier to blend it and to put it on. So that's what I'm doing anyway. So, and who's to know? If you don't tell, I won't. Right, so we're going to pop that on. And we're going to blend it in like this. Pat, pat, pat. And I find, you know what I find is maybe because I'm not putting so much on, it's quicker to blend it in like this rather than with the doe foot. So there we are, we've covered up all the red bits, I think, all the relevant red bits. There we are, that's all good. So the next thing we're going to do is, eyebrows. So what I usually use is, I think we'll use this one. So it's a very old, as you can see, it's an ancient Bobbi Brown. Look at that. Talking about hit pan, I can't think how old this is. I have tried eyebrow pencils. I think it's because I'm quite cat-handed. I'm not very delicate. I cannot draw in hairs. Part of it is I get bored, actually, to be honest. Although there was one, in fact, I must get a replacement for it. I did buy, by mistake, I don't quite know how, I bought a Bobbi Brown eye pencil. But what was really good about it was nice and thick and waxy, so it was much easier for me, anyway, to do my eyebrows. But at the moment, I've gone back to the trusted old powder that I've been using on and off for many years. And with it, where's my little brush? Oh, there we go. This is also a Bobbi Brown brush, again ancient, which I use to do my brows, and then after that I'm going to use a kind of a hair L'Oreal thingy. That's not very helpful. I'll tell you what it is when I get it out of the rack, but first I'm just going to have a feeling I may have shaved my eyebrows a bit too much on this right side, but never mind. So let's just put some powder on. To be honest, it doesn't matter terribly if I put a bit too much on, because once I use the brow thingy, which I'm going to tell you what that is in a minute, once I use the brow thingy, it sort of diffuses them and makes them less dark. Oh, I've got this little gap there. Actually, one day I keep forgetting this, I must look into getting one of those eyebrow serums. I've got an eyelash serum, which I love. But to be honest, I always forget to try it on my brows. I maybe remember once or twice, and I don't know it. I mean, you would think it should be the same. It would give the same effect, wouldn't you? Anyway, you can see that's quite dark. It needs a bit of diffusing. So what am I using at the moment? So I'm either using the Plump Set and Brow Artist by L'Oreal, this one, or the other one I could use today. Maybe we'll go a bit more high end, and I'll use the Hourglass. Can I read what it's called? The Hourglass, oh, it's upside down. There we are, fiber gel, of course, that's what it is. Brow arch fiber gel even. I think we'll use that one today, shall we? So that's what it looks like. It's a tiny weeny little brush, which is just about the right size. And if I sort of do upward motions like this, it diffuses the powder and makes it less strong, which is good because we don't want to look too Groucho Marx, do we, or Frida Kahlo. I mean, nothing wrong with Frida Kahlo, she's gorgeous, but she's not me, or I'm not her rather. So I think that looks, you know, relatively natural anyway. So after that, I'll do the finger thing again. Now, what we're going to do, I think, oh, of course, forgot the star of the show, the Pixie plus Tina Young collaboration. So, I'm going to have to get my scissors again. Ooh, because, oh my gosh, why do they make them so impenetrable, these things? Whoa. Okay, I'm going to go away and come back after I've opened the blooming thing. I've actually had to destroy the box to open it, but never mind, we've got in there in the end. Okay, so, actually, let's just see. I'll tell you what it says. It says, I've combined all my favourite shades to create this versatile eyeshadow palette that's perfect for any occasion. Excellent. Now, what I liked about this is, I mean, it's got some colours that I would definitely wear, so the cooler colours, but it's not all cool. In fact, it's quite a mixture of cool and warm. Look at that. And I've kind of fallen back in love with palettes recently. I was a bit anti them at one time. I think, oh, it's too much faff, too many colours. I don't know what I want. You know, they're all small, and especially, obviously, the small palettes, the ones with 9 or more colours. You know, and what if I just use one? Because actually that did happen with one of the Charlotte Tilburys I had. I think it was the Pillow Talk, that's it. And I used the pink. I virtually used all the pink up. And then I had 3 other shades, or however many there were, that I didn't really use much. Anyway, I've decided that actually, I think... Ooh, sorry, I just dropped a box. I've decided that I want to try and be more experimental, really, with my colours. So these are the shades, I mean, I've just shown you, but they are beautiful. And let's have a look at... See, yellow I wouldn't wear. Yellow is not my colour at all, or orange. But some of the others, even some of the, I don't know, maybe even 1 or 2 of the goldy looking shades. Now let's see what they call them. Okay, the names are at the back of the box. So, gosh, I can't see. I'm going to have to put them down below for you. So once I've chosen the shades and I've put them on, I'll tell you what they are. So usually I would go pinky, but I'm just wondering... Actually, I know what I'm actually going out. Sorry, actually, how many actuallys can I say in one sentence? So these are the gorgeous shades, and I'm going out for lunch today. It is a weekend, and I am going to wear a sort of, I mean, I say I don't wear warm shades, but actually it has to be said the coat that I'm probably going to wear is a kind of a tan, which is not my normal colour. But as I'm going to wear tan, I wonder if I should go sort of pinky browny. So let's see, let's have a go. Let's make a start, and we will use, where's my trusty brush that I love for my eyeshadows? Ah, here it is. This is I love this brush. It's a Real Techniques. Anyway, this is it. I'll list everything down below, of course. So let's see, what shade should we go with? If we're wearing a tan, if I wear the tan coat, let's try something that's sort of not too... Okay, we're going to start with this one, I think. This one here, which is kind of goldy, but not too goldy. We'll see how it looks on my skin. Now, of course, the other thing is, I've got the eye primer on, so let's see if that makes a difference. I'm just going to put my mirror around this way. Oh no, that's the wrong way, so I can see. Gosh, yeah, it's very, very natural. I'm not sure it shows up a lot, really, does it? It's not really showing up massively. No, can't really see that, so I think that might be a bit... I'll tell you what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll put it over quite a lot of the eye, I think, like this. And then we'll add some colour afterwards. There we go. Okay, so we've kind of re-primed the eye, I suppose, with some colour. Oh dear, I've got it all over the lovely palette. Okay, so then we've got this one, and we want to go a bit darker. Actually, do you know what? I am gravitating towards this one here. I think that's the one we're going to try. Let's go with that. And then if we want a darker shade in the crease, we can use the one next to it, which I suppose gives us a clue as to what goes with what. So let's see. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that very much. I think that's a nice colour. So I think, I mean, actually, in a way, I wonder whether I might darken the lid a bit rather than the crease shade. I don't know. Let's try. We're just experimenting. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that does look nice. I mean, it is the daytime. I'm not going. This is not an evening look, so we don't want to go too heavy. But yeah, I quite like that actually. What do you think? Does that look good? Yeah, I think we'll go with that. I think that looks nice and natural. Not over the top. Now, I am at some point going to try some of these blues and greens because they look absolutely fabulous, but not today because I'm going out, so I don't want to frighten everybody. So I think that'll do for the shades. Actually, I wonder if we should just put, you know what? I think what we'll do is we'll just put a tiny bit of the darker shade underneath. Let me just get a nice thin brush. So this, let me show you this one. It's another of my favourites. I often use it for a kind of an eyeliner or smoothing the eyeliner afterwards. But let's just put a bit under the eye like that, just a bit to give it a bit more interest. There we are. And another the other side. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. It's just defining them a bit. Ooh. Right, okay, so we've done the eyeshadows. So the next thing we're going to do is my favourite liner, which is Eyeliner by L'Oreal. If I can just put my fingers on it. Oh, here it is. So this is it here. And I absolutely love this. It's a very reliable, nice black eyeliner. Now, I was watching a really interesting video this morning from Smita. I've forgotten her last name. I've just discovered her this morning. It was one of those random things. You know how YouTube, when you go to your home page, it suggests videos for you, and suddenly Smita's channel came up, and she's obviously incredibly popular. She's got over 2 million followers, I think, maybe more. I'll link her down below for you anyway. And she's got fantastic videos. Well, I only watched a couple, but one of them was on mascara. So I'm gonna try her technique in a minute. But anyway, she tight lines, as you know, most people do. So I'm going to tight line, actually. Sorry, I should have said if you're a bit squeamish, look away now. Or fast forward or something. But yeah, so she tight lines. And this is very good for tight lining, this pencil. It's really good. Ooh. I mean, occasionally, oh, you see, look what happens. I'm a bit cat-handed. But anyway, we can wipe it off. We have the technology. It's all fine. It's all fine. Right, there we go. Right, let's wipe off that little bit of stuff. And then we will do an eyeliner. And at the moment, I'm actually really enjoying using quite a strong eyeliner. I'm going back to how I used to do my eyes years ago and how my mum used to do hers, actually. Because, oh yeah, there we go. Because I just think it defines them. It's funny, I've been having this sort of argument with myself about whether I have hooded eyes or not. I don't think I do. I think I've just got very old, saggy eyes. Because I am old and saggy. But that's okay. You know, I still enjoy wearing eyeliner and eye makeup and makeup generally, and I shall carry on doing that as I sag and age, as we all do. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to not speak for a minute. I might fast forward this bit because as I speak, my eyes start to blink. Done my eyelids, well, done my eyeliner a bit. I'm just going to kind of smooth this out a bit. And then the next thing I'm going to do is my mascara. Now, let's just check, how's that looking? Yeah, it's as near as damn it, isn't it? I mean, once the mascara's on, I might have a little play with it. So I'm going to use eyelash curlers now, and here they are. And Smita, whose channel I mentioned earlier, she has this technique which I used to use years ago but haven't for a long time, and that she heats up her eyelash curlers with her hairdryer. And it's funny, do you know, I used to do this all the time years ago, and in fact I once discovered a product, I mean this must be going back, what, 20 years or something, that was actually a heated eyelash curler. So it had a little, I don't know, battery in it or something. It was a bit unwieldy though, to be honest. Anyway, I thought I would try that technique again today. Hello, while I was in the middle of filming, a friend of mine rang, and unfortunately the camera stopped working because I use a sort of remote thing on my phone. Anyway, not to worry. I hope that you enjoyed watching the video. The rest of the products that I used, the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick, which I've got on, which is this one. I'll link that down below for you. It's one of those liquid lipsticks that starts to mattify as soon as you put it on. And what's quite interesting is it gives you a sort of a lip liner, which is kind of weird, but I sort of like it. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, would you please consider giving it a thumbs up? I would be so grateful, and also subscribing to the channel and leaving me a comment below. And thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.